Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brandon's mom, also known as the best mom ever. That's what he calls me anyways. Today I want to raise a glass to my ridiculous and secretly sweet son. Now, most of you know Brandon as the guy with the dry and dark humor that makes you laugh, but also just slightly makes you worry about him a little bit. But under all the sarcasm is definitely the biggest, kindest, sweetest heart you'll ever meet. He's like basically the grumpy guardian angel with a addiction to Wi-Fi and video games. One of my favorite stories about Brandon that I love to tell, he hates it, but I love to tell the story. So Brandon got a Spider-Man costume for Halloween. Brandon wore this, when he was a kid, Brandon wore this Spider-Man costume every single day after school for a whole year. He would have worn it to school if I would have allowed it. I mean, that Spider-Man costume went to Walmart trips, was at the dinner table, at playgrounds. I mean, that thing just got so torn up that literally I had to sneak a new Spider-Man costume into the laundry. He knew the difference, but he wore it anyway. And that's one of my favorite stories about him. Another story is when I woke up one morning and Brandon was in the kitchen. I think he was about 14 years old, and he says, "Mom, I made you breakfast. I got eggs, but I burnt the bacon." And I was like, "What?" And I'm smelling it in the kitchen and stuff. The smoke alarm is going off and stuff. And he says, "I made you eggs, but I burnt the bacon." So that is another story that I tell about Brandon all the time. Not so much as the Spider-Man story. So here's to Brandon, my sarcastically, secretly soft Spider-Man, and the only chef that I know who could turn breakfast into a survival test. I love you endlessly, and beyond measure. Cheers to Brandon.